Greetings, salutations. So, I mentioned we were going to be doing this, so here it is. It is our second Oblivion-themed budget deck. So we took Cameron here. Go into collection and find him. Mankar? Cameron? Mankar Cameron's Paradise Plus. So we took the deck, added in just a little bit of all-around stuff, filled it out, but we kept our one Keeper of the Gates, Lumbering Ogrim. The goal is to treat it as a invade deck, so trying to snowball the invade while being aggro. We'll take it to ladder, see how it works. General caveat, it is a budget deck. I'm not expecting it to perform 100% as good as it can, but we'll take a look, we'll see how it plays on ladder, and then we'll do a review of what could you be changing in this list to try to make it a little more ideal. We're up against Dagoth. Dagoth is really low-key good against invade decks because it's got lethal, it's got drain. Let me keep Daedric Incursion. I probably shouldn't be, but I figure with the 2/2 drops, that's enough for me. Alright, so he's aggro Dagoth. I'll just respond with that for now, see how he handles next turn rather than just rapid shotting that off. We might have to try to masquerade as a control deck if he's pure aggro. That's the other thing. Invade is not the quickest of aggro lists.
I am ready to join the circle.
Let's see what we get here. I will second rapid shot that if I need to. I really don't want that on the board. So now we're even on cards, 4 and 4. We have a gate in play. There's also Prophecy. That's good to know. Use a little bit of our tempo here just to get something that trades favorably. Buff our gate.
You'll be more useful fertilizing the forest.
Have you come to submit or come to die? Wait, Federal.
You go down to 1 cost. But I think I want to play Breton Conjurer here. Then we'll invade before we get our Deuter. When his ward is broken, summon a 5/5 Frost Deuter with guard. We can invade twice, so it'll get a random keyword. Or we could focus on using Firebolt Wardcrafter to trigger this a couple times. I think we're actually going to bolt that, because that can't live. But then what am I doing over here? I'm playing that. Does that change my play? I don't think so. I think we're going to do this.
You're mine now. Wait, Federal.
I did my order wrong there. I was supposed to invade first. Get the random keyword. I got excited. But that clears board, at least temporarily.
So, the stars portend.
That's good. He didn't get anything off of it. Get our invade. I don't have anything for that at the moment. Take him down a peg or two. I can get a wounded creature over here. Not what I wanted. Charge and drain is good.
Careful there, friend. Careful, friend.
Protect the drain.
Sniveling coward!
Still on 2 random keywords. I guess I could have rewarded here, but I really wanted to protect the drain.
Be on your guard. We'll see how they like some.
Oh good, something to trade into.
Blood will spill.
Rend your flesh.
Watch yourself now.
Send the Atronach over to the other lane. Acceptable turn.
I am ready to join the circle.
He's got prophecies, so I'm not really feeling like going at it yet. We're gonna hold a turn. And then we'll go next turn. I've got to way past guards if he prophesies multiple guards, like that.
What did you expect? A friendly version?
I rend your flesh.
I think you guys go, well, yeah. I want the drain.
Your blood will spill. I will have your head.
Choosing not to skip a rune, just for maximum damage. And we got him! Prophecy Dagoth. GG. I think that's our first game, too. So, showing that the deck can slow down. Be a little more controlly when it needs to. And we really didn't use our random keywords to get lethal, per se. We just used it for stabilization. And the nice +1/+1 buff. Which was secretly the best thing we got. Mr. Trovik. Chosen of Akatosh. Alright. Been a while since I've seen Halalu. Granted, I've been playing a lot of Halalu, but that's been for quests. We've got to understand that he's probably aggro, so focus on keeping aggro-based responses.
I do not fear death.
It's not aggro.
Careful there, friend.
Try to get in before he can plot silence.
If I fall, I will end you.
Face me, you dog.
Wanted to get that up to 4 just so Crushing Blow didn't deal with it. We did have a crossbow, which is unfortunate. I will admit hoping he did not have that. So he's an anti-invade deck. Tempo Halalu. Yeah, this is literally the worst thing we could run into. But we'll play it out, see how it goes. The gate is still dead. I can try to protect it. Try to protect the gate, just for one turn. That's gonna be enough for GG. He's probably got Viper or Lethal Ping. We're just gonna play out our keeper. So I don't think there's a way we pull this out. We don't have comeback mechanics like Wisp Mother, Value Generation. I guess pulling Blood Crazed into Blood Crazed into Blood Crazed is the way we come back into this. You stole that. Cool.
For a new world.
If I can't steal it, it can't be stolen.
What have they been keeping safe for this one?
You will die at my hand, unbeliever.
You have problems? We are going to solve.
I like the tempo, but ain't nothing we can do against it.
Thieves have manners.
Well, at least that played before I drew. Other order, he would have stolen my rapid shot, and that would have been felt bad.
Warm sands.
Oh, he emotes too. Your play. Not really sure why he's sitting here wasting our time. I mean, we could concede out. Maybe that's what he's just like, concede. Just concede. I don't want to concede. Not...
One will shred your heart.
Nah, I'm finishing this.
What have we here?
There's no way we win. But if you're gonna emote at me and waste my time... I feel no obligation to do anything.
The sigil stone is mine to protect. For the Emperor.
There won't be a problem anymore.
You know, I don't think we run Daedrascription in this because we're a budget list. Because I was saying, I think that might be the only comeback I've got.
We are going to solve.
Mankar, huh? And it's over. I don't see a prophecy taking us out.
The victory
It's possible if we had gotten some other draws there where I was able to use him for draw, that there was still a glimmer of hope. But that is the deck. Now we do have... We're going to go through, like we did last time, and kind of say what would you change. But what we're going to compare it to is I should, on a screenshot, there it is. We have the SM Invade deck. Let me put that up full width for you. So this is the aggro invade that I've got. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to compare them and talk about the choices. I'm just going to slide it over here. So first thing I did is I cut out Firebolts and Oblivion Invasions. I really don't see a lot of value coming from those in a deck that is trying to focus aggro. In fact, last game, basically every time Oblivion Invasion was a 0 Magicka, ended up doing nothing. Invasion Scouts we kept. Just back over to pen. Rapid Shots we kept. Ancient of Maroon's Dagon, good. Invasion Vanguard, good. Oh, cards I added. I added in the Mage. It's a 1-drop, 1/1 with Ward. But if you've leveled your gate, a 0-drop, 2/2 with Ward is good. A 1-drop, 2/2 with Ward, it's good. And the Invade is just a nice little bonus, so I felt it's 2 drops worth of stats. Might as well put it in. I did end up cutting Mythic Dawn Informer. There's no guarantee that a random Daedra is a random Daedra that fits in aggro. So just decided it wasn't worth it. Ward Crafter, I'm not really too worried about ward synergies in the new one, so it got cut. Despite the fact that it got added for this list. Blast from Oblivion's just good. Blood Crazed Daedroth, good. Any draw is good, and these are draw a card in deck and draw a random Daedra in your deck. Dramora Archer is there for Prophecy matchups if your opponent's being aggro. Getting a Prophecy Daedra that could do up to 2 damage to a creature. It's nice. Kindreave Champion. Great card. Alright, we're going to quit drawing because I can't do circles. But, great card. If your opponent is damage-based removal or is trying to trade into you, it's a great way to get extra damage to your opponent's face. Example, if they lightning bolt it, well, then they just lightning bolted their face. Well, let's pull it up so I can just show you the card. Where you at? Here he is. Whenever Kindreave Champion takes damage, it deals that much damage to your opponent. It's cool. Whoops. Wrong button. That had the things that were uploading. Anyway, worth noting, I did cut Flare. It could be worth adding. It does have synergy with the Mage being able to ping the ward off, get the invade, and the +2. I'm just not running it. Instead, choosing to run Forces of Destruction and Mythic Dawn Acolyte. Let's move this as we're looking at the higher cost. So I cut the Lumbering Ogre. It's just not that good in my mind. Instead, choosing to run a second Keeper of the Gates. Over a wee bit more. Sigil Keeper, it's good. I kept it. Widow Daedra. Why you run the deck, I kept it. Warlord, I went up to 3 copies. Clan Fear got cut. Double Forces of Destruction. And I do want to pause and talk about Mythic Dawn Acolyte. So I was wrong with my initial review. My initial review said this card is trash. Because I thought that 2 damage had to go face. It doesn't. You can use it versus creatures or face. And combined with the various things you could put in with various ways of getting invade, I felt it was just a nice card to follow Widow Daedra up with. And if you're having to go control like we did in that first match, it's a good way to ping stuff off the board. Also gives you a way to answer Fighters Guild recruits, which, since we're not running Firebolt, it does good at that. So, digress. That's our budget list. It can be found down below. Tweak it as you see fit. It's a nice, good, solid. It went 1-1 up at Legend. That's kind of nice. And the deck it lost to was one designed to beat it, so what can you say? What I can say is, guys, it's been fun. I'll see you on the ladder.